Welcome back to your quick 10-minute stretch. This time we're focusing on upper body. You're gonna need a space to move, whether that's on a yoga mat, a place in your house, and that's about it. Are you ready to get into it? Perfect, let's do it. We're gonna start in a comfortable seated position. That can be on the knees, that could be cross-legged, however you feel comfortable in your body today. And what we're gonna do to start is we're gonna breathe. We're gonna inhale, the arms are gonna come up, and then we're gonna move a little bit with our breath. As we exhale, left fingertips come towards the mat, slightly leaning to the left, maybe peeking underneath of that top arm. Inhaling back through center. Switching sides, exhale, right arm down, left arm up. Just keeping both hips on the mat. Inhales bring you up, and exhales to lean. Moving with your own breath here, just starting to wake up that side body, maybe giving it a little bit of a stretch with every lean. Inhaling up and exhaling. We're gonna do one more time on each side. Amazing, inhale brings you back to center. Exhale, both fingertips can come down. We're gonna transition our way into tabletop. So tabletop here, shoulders are over wrists, hips are over knees. You can keep the toes curled under if that feels good for you. We're gonna move through the spine a little bit today. So as we inhale, we're gonna drop the belly and lift our gaze, tilting the pelvis towards the ceiling. As you exhale, round through the spine, chin to chest, pelvis tucks under. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. And exhale, push the earth away, chin to chest, round the spine. We're gonna do 2 more of those, moving with your own breath. Inhale, gaze comes up. Exhale, round through the spine. One more inhale. And exhale. Returning back to that neutral spine. We're gonna get into the wrists a little bit here. So keeping the hands placed where they are, I want you to start making circles. So shoulders are coming past the wrists and around, starting in whichever direction feels good in your body. Just keeping the palms rooted onto the ground. And switching directions. We spend a lot of time on the wrists, on the forearms, typing away on our laptops. So we're gonna give them some extra love today. Coming back to that neutral spine, I want you to bring the fingertips so they're pointed towards your knees. And from here, I just want you to bring the shoulders slightly past the wrists and then sit hips towards the heels. So just that rocking motion forwards and back. Just notice how that feels. Again, trying to keep those palms on the mat. Good, one more rock here. And then we're gonna keep the fingertips pointed towards the toes, but we're gonna come on to the back of the hand so our palms are up. And this might feel quite spicy, quite intense on the body, and that's okay. We're just gonna be focused here on trying to lengthen the arms out. So straightening the arms, and this might feel like so much today, and that's perfectly fine, just stay there. But if you have some extra room, you can start to lengthen those arms. And if it feels okay in the body and the arms are straight, maybe then you introduce light rocking forwards and backwards. Just a few more times here. Good, and once you've had enough, just sit towards the heels, maybe shake out through the wrists. And then we're gonna do one more quick wrist stretch. This time, fingertips are gonna point towards the sides of your mat. You can bring the palms together to touch or the arms together to touch or leave some space in between, kind of check in and see what feels good for you. And then from here, we're gonna start going back to those circles, whatever direction you wanna start in. Lots of wrist stretching out this morning or afternoon or evening. Switching directions. Awesome. We're going to find our way back to that tabletop, so checking in that the hips are over the knees. And then we're going to start to walk the hands forward. The hips stay exactly as they are. Once your hands can't go any further, we're going to release the chest towards the mat. Maybe your gaze stays towards the fingers, starting to get into that chest. And maybe you want to walk the hands a little bit more forward. Maybe you want to release the forehead or the chin to the mat. And just breathing here. Two more breaths. Good. On your next inhale, walk those hands back towards the knees. You can exhale. And then inhale, left fingertips towards the ceiling, the sky. And as you exhale, we're gonna weave that left arm underneath the right. So we're coming onto that left shoulder. Left ear comes towards the mat. Maybe you start walking those right fingertips forward. Two breaths here. Awesome. If you have that right fingertips walked forward, just plant the hand back onto the mat. Inhale, left fingertips back up, and then releasing. We're going to switch sides here. Inhale, right fingertips up. Exhale, right arm underneath of left. Right ear comes to the mat. Maybe left hand starts walking forwards. Hips are still nice and high. One more breath. Good. If you have that left arm extended, start to walk it back, planting onto the mat. Inhale, right fingertips back up. And exhale, back to the mat. We're gonna come onto our stomachs here. And we're gonna take our hands just wider than mat distance apart. If you're not practicing with a yoga mat, you just want to stack the wrists underneath of the elbows. So just check in and see where your alignment's at. Tops of the feet are going to be planted on towards the mat. And if you find you have any tension, a little bit more tightness in your lower back, try bringing the feet a little bit wider at any point in time during this. On your next inhale, we're going to lift the chest, push into the tops of the feet. Exhale, forehead to mat. Inhale to lift, push through the top of the feet. And exhale to release, just moving through this movement, linking with your own breath. And maybe with every inhale, you can get a little taller and maybe not. And that's okay too. Exhale to release 2 more times. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale to lower, 1 more. And exhale to release. We're gonna keep the right arm where it is. Left arm is gonna extend long, palm facing down. We're gonna start to roll onto that left side body. Left ear comes to the mat. As you start to roll here, maybe that top leg bends and you can use it as a kickstand almost behind you. We're getting into that left pectoral, the left chest muscle. We're gonna be here for 3 more breaths. One more. Inhale. And exhale, release, come back to center. We're gonna switch sides here. That right arm extends long now. Left arm bends, fingertips onto the mat. Right ear comes onto the mat as we start to roll onto that right side. Maybe that top leg bends and using it as a kickstand behind you. Four more breaths. So the more you roll back, the more intense this is going to feel, the deeper it's going to get. The less you roll onto that right side, the more it'll soften and release that tension. One more inhale. And exhale, release. Come back to center. We're gonna bend both arms now. Palms are gonna place onto the mat just alongside our chest. We're gonna bring those tops of the feet back onto the mat. Elbows hug in towards the torso. As you inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Back to that movement with breath. Again, if you feel any tension in the lower back, separate the feet a little bit wider, but we're pushing through the tops of the feet, inhaling to lift. And exhaling to lower 2 more times, your own pace, your own breath. One more. Good, bringing those feet back together. We're gonna come up onto the knees now. Knees are gonna be touching, feet are gonna be touching. We're gonna come back into a closed-legged child's pose. Hips melt towards the heels. The arms are gonna come alongside the body, palms facing up, and then just allowing them to relax. Forehead can meet the mat, the ground. And just hanging out here for 5 breaths. Two more breaths. Last one. Good, slowly starting to come back up onto those hands. No rush to get out of this pose. But once you are ready, we're gonna sit onto the hips. We're gonna extend the legs in front of us to start, and then we're gonna bring a bend into that right leg. We're gonna bring the foot onto the outside of our left leg. Left arm is gonna hug around that right leg, and right fingertips are gonna come behind us, kind of serving as that kickstand again for a spinal twist. Keeping that left leg long, you can bring the toes flexed towards the face. See if you can sit nice and tall through that spine. Staying here for 2 more breaths. Good. Inhaling here. Exhale to release. We're going to switch sides. That left leg is going to bend. Foot plants to the outside of that right leg. Right arm wraps around the left leg. Left hand comes to be our kickstand, but we're not dumping weight into it. We're sitting nice and tall. Maybe you take the gaze over that left shoulder. Breathing here. For 2 more breaths. Good. Stay for your next inhale. And as you exhale, release. We're going to get a little bit into the side body to finish off this class today. We're going to extend the right leg long. Left leg is going to bend, sole of the foot comes to the inner thigh. From here, we're going to take the right forearm. You have a couple options. You can plant it on the top of the thigh. You can bring it to the inside of the thigh. You can adjust it as we go, kind of see how you feel. So we're going to bring the hand, placing it down. Left arm is going to extend above the head. And then we're going to bring the hand to the back of the head. And this is where you can start to adjust that right forearm, maybe bring it to the inside of the leg. So we're not trying to fold forward. We're not really getting into the legs as much here. We're trying to open up through the chest. So think left shoulder back, left elbow back, starting to feel that stretch all through that left side. And just notice if that left knee wants to pop up, encourage it back towards the ground. And then breathing here, getting into that side body. You can keep engaged through that bottom leg, that right leg, maybe toes flexed towards the face. Staying here for another 2 breaths. Good, taking an inhale where you are. And release on your exhale. We're switching sides here, so switch those legs. Left leg is long now. You can decide on your forearm placement as you inhale, right arm extends up, and then hand comes onto the back of the head. Opening up here, reaching that right arm back as much as you can. Relaxing that bent leg, that right knee towards the ground. Staying here for 2 more breaths. And staying for your next inhale. And on your exhale, release. We're going to finish the class on our backs. Our feet are going to come mat distance apart, and then the knees are going to fall in towards one another. This is a great pose for releasing tension through the lower back. And just getting nice and comfortable here. Maybe you take one hand to your belly and one hand to your chest. Maybe checking back in with where your breath is traveling with every inhale. Noticing if it's more confined to the chest or to the belly. And staying here for as long as you wish. But that wraps up our quick upper body stretch class for the day.